Hello students, let's solve this question. In this question is given that a stone is thrown at an angle 45 degree above the horizontal x-axis in the plus x direction. If air resistance is ignored, which of the velocity versus time graphs shown above best represent Vx versus t and Vy versus t respectively? So we are having graphs for velocity versus time. And here it is written that this is probable Vx versus t graph, this is probable Vx versus t graph, this third is probable Vy versus t graph, and this fourth is probable Vy versus t graph. We need to choose which of this graph of Vx versus t is correct and which of this graph for Vy versus t is correct. And in question it is given that stone is thrown at an angle 45 degree above horizontal. So in this question, a particle is projected at some angle. That angle is given to us 45 degree above horizontal. The motion of this kind of particle is going to be in parabolic path, but because gravity is acting vertically downward, the velocity's x component is going to be constant because there is no horizontal acceleration. Acceleration is only in vertical direction, so velocity in x direction going to be constant. But velocity in y direction, it is going to be governed by equation uy minus gt, because if y direction is upward taken as positive, then gravity is downward, it should be taken as negative. This should be the correct equations. Now Vx with time should remain constant, but in first graph it is varying with time, so this should be incorrect. And in the second graph, the correct variation of Vx versus t is given. Similarly, for Vy versus t, the equation is of straight line with negative slope, and that is in the graph 3. So correct Vy versus t is graph 3 and correct Vx versus t is graph 2. So answer should be 2 and 3, which is given in the option D. This should be the correct answer. Thank you.